We're doing Sketch a Day May, day 7. We're going to have 1 week under our belt, almost a quarter of the way there. A quarter-ish, right? If you count a month as 4 weeks, which is not quite true, then it would be a quarter way there. So today I had a terrible day last time drawing a person, and I just struggled with it. Happens. This is why if you sketch every day, you're going to have failures, right? Well, when I sketch every day, I have failures, and that's okay. I do not mind failing, because then the next time I succeed, I'm like, oh yeah, I can also just still do things. I'm not a... All right. Oh, you can see that phone? That's you. That's you, chat. All right. This is granola. Yeah. Is this light that better or worse? Probably better. Okay. Oh, hi, Fatima. Let us draw flowers. Oh my gosh. I'm having a really hard time. Hi, Elstefan. Oh my gosh. What is my problem today? Okay. It's the same problem I have every day. Let's be very clear. I need to draw something. Yeah, it's the same problem we have every day, Pinky. We're trying to take over the world, and that's not really something that two mice are supposed to do. So it's been a kind of a nightmare, if I'm honest. I'm drawing a very square face. I have career ladder stuck in my head. We'll put his eyebrows here. I didn't do a circle, so I don't know where everything's supposed to go. Where would this sphere exist? Ay. Let's keep with the square. The sphere was yeah, it didn't sit right with me. So if that's the center line, the nose, we're looking at it sideways, the nose is going to like stick out off the face, right? That's how light works. We'll give him a mustache. Is it mustache or moustache? How do you say it? I'm drawing a face, even though I had such a terrible time drawing a face yesterday. I did not mean to. I thought I was going to be drawing flowers, but here we are. We don't always get what we want. We don't always do what we thought we were going to do. It's the real tragedy of trying to exist in like a hardcore results-driven society. Most of his mouth is covered, right? Because of his bitchin' moustache. Is that moustache? I should look up a pronunciation guide before I start in on this. Moustache. That's what I think. But I was embarrassed to say it, so you know. Okay, that's the bottom of the moustache. That's the top of the bottom lip. the bottom of the bottom lip and like the little depression underneath. Okay, here we go. This guy, still very square. That's that part of the face. Okay, and we'll put his eye. Let's not draw it, but let's just say his eyes are here. It's a little inside of his skull, but you get it. And let's do his jawbone, right? So if his ear is going to be here, then his jawbone is something like that. Now, this is hair. I don't know how hair works. When I first started drawing, hair would drive me crazy because I really felt like the only way you could draw it was by drawing a bunch of individual strands of hair. And like, yeah, in a lot of ways, baby me was right. That's how you would draw hair, right? Like, there's not really a more realistic way than that. But it took me a long time to learn. You don't draw something to be realistic. You draw something so that it looks realistic. And 1,000 little strands for hair. Well, sometimes some people can make it look realistic. For me, it was never good. This guy didn't really need hair because he's having a helmet. He's not looking at us. That's too much. Too much, bro. Maybe this guy's chin is too much too. We'll cross that bridge. Oh, I don't want to get in the way. You know, this open mouth is not doing me any favors. I'm trying to get a certain expression, which hopefully you'll see when I'm finished. And having his mouth be open, it's just, he's too, there's something. So I'm just gonna mustache, chin. You don't see his bottom lip. It's too much. It's giving the illusion of happiness because of the shape of the bottom lip. Not that he's not happy, but I don't want to have to like make him sad. Okay. This is a little, I guess if we're doing manly man, convention says not too much eyelash. And then this eye is in the wrong spot because of how eyes work. I don't. Oh, General clean lines. It's really insulting. Yeah, that looks much better. That like closed up chin. Some fat cheek. Let's give him some fat cheek. Yeah, there we go. To avoid that shape problem I was having with the bottom lip, I'm just going to hint at the bottom lip by drawing in its shadow. This guy is tired.
Give him a little like jawline, like not jawline, like you know, like hollows of the teeth.
Yeah, I was wondering, does he have cheekbone? So you would have like.
Yeah, but not like cheekbone, but like when it's manly, it's like hollow. It's like two little lines underneath the teeth that kind of like if you're going to like suck in your teeth or bite down on something, that's like that little indent that would happen.
Yeah, let's zoom in a tiny bit.
Yeah, that shadow that you just did was perfect. Oh yeah, you can see it way better.
I'm going to switch to my favorite pencil. It's much smoother. It's harder to erase, so I don't use it as much to start drawings. It doesn't start fights, it finishes them. I wonder, did your parents say that, or was it just mine? You better not be the one to start fights. There's something off about this helmet, but I can't. Oh, is it that? Yeah, I feel like that did it. Oh, it's a little high here in the back. There we go. I just passed my driver's test like an hour ago. So, what do mean people say? Stay off the sidewalks, baby. Because I'm still not going to drive and I need all the sidewalk space I can get. I love putting people in Space Patrol helmets. What is it? 5, 5, so it's 12 letters. That's an L. So not quite a space in the middle, but like a space and a P. I mean, the space is on the left. Ho, 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 ho. When I was a kid and we did handwriting practice, I would always go over my letters twice or 3 or 4 times if I made a mistake. Or maybe if I didn't, I don't know. I needed them to look right. And so I would, if it was O, I would be like, well, that's a decent O. But you get the idea. I just did it here, so that's what made me think of it. All right. Space Patrol. That guy's a weirdo. Let's draw flowers. Okay, what are blooming right now? Does anyone have a favorite flower or been outside? I was thinking I would draw maybe daffodils. I know I've seen those lately. I don't think magnolias bloom anywhere near here, near me where I am. Oh, you know what word I hear all the time? I think I took some photos of it once. Is it azaleas? Are azaleas native? Do they bloom in New York? There, that's okay. Let's try azaleas. It's ambitious, but what are you gonna do? So we'll start just with one bunch of blooms, and I'm just gonna give it a nice rough outline to see what it would, just to kind of place it on the page. That's sort of what a bunch of azaleas look like. And it's a group of maybe 20 flowers, right? And let's have one flower that's the middle, that's basically sticking out and looking right at us. There we go. And so that's going to have a little, what is it, a stamen and a piston and a stamen? No, a stamen and a pistil or something like that. You know, a little tiny baby inside flower. And then flowers always have like these star shapes. Not always, very often have these star shapes. And I think definitionally flowers have petals. Although some things we call flowers have specialized leaves. But even a lot of those, the flower is like a subsection of what we call the flower. And like that's for scientists to think about. If something looks like a flower and everybody calls it a flower, it's a flower. That's how that works. Unless you're in a scientific setting and somebody goes, "Oh, is it actually a flower?" And then you go, "Well, no, Steve, they're specialized leaves." But I'm glad you cared so much. Okay, and then you have like the next one. And then azaleas are like really fluttery. That's the word. And you have like one down here that's going to be pointing like out. So we're seeing like it go and bend over into the, and there's a little stamen sticking out. To be very clear, I don't know which are stamen and which are pistils. I just know those are both words that describe the inside part of the flower. I knew it for 41 minutes between when I learned it from a book, when I remembered it from a diagram, and when I passed it, when I wrote it down on a test. At some point in some class. And so I do not remember which one's which. I just remember they exist. Okay, and then like, oh yeah, here's like a down one. So then you'd have like just another kind of Okay, I guess all of these are going to have to be actual flowers, but we don't, some of them will be behind other ones. So this one, like this is a big petal. So let's say it's going this way, which means there'll be a center, there'll be some foreshortened, so there'll be other flower petals behind it. And here, there'd be one here and one here, but we don't see those. So then you just have the pistil. I should say stamen. Let's just call it a stamen because that doesn't mean anything. And the other one is an unfriendly word. I mean, unless somebody knows it's actually called a pistil, then whatever. I have to choose which one's in front here. And I think I already have this one in front. So you know what? Let's have them like bumping up against each other. That's easy to draw. Just add a little shading in there. There we go. And we'll have this one be in front, so we'll darken it up. Thicken the line. This one will be in front. We'll thicken the line. I just have to do it because otherwise I'll be confused, and then I'll be putting things behind things that shouldn't be behind them, and you know, that can really annoy people. Oh, yeah, let's do, I guess we'll do one here. That'll be relatively straightforward. We'll have it sort of facing down and out, like like after you lose your job. Okay, the stamen. Okay, I'm going to take a slightly different approach than what I've been doing, and I'm going to come in here and sort of just flesh out all the flowers that I'm going to draw. I'll mark them all by little center bits coming out of them. Will this one be the back of one? So that can just be a petal, and then this one will be the front of one, like a full one, but facing up and away. And same with this one, facing up and away. We'll give a little petal behind it. Same, this will be like the back of one, like it's pointing away from us. And then this will be one pointing outwards. And we've done a lot of back of ones, so let's not do a back of one this one. Let's have this one be sort of pointing towards us instead. Okay. I say let's just do one that's like sort of, that's the top, and then like it's a big lazy one. So its leaves, its petals are like really drooping down. And then let's have one that's like sort of closed up and like hasn't quite opened all the way, or it's been crowded out. And then here, let's just do ones where you can't even see where they're coming from, because we're like maybe looking at the back of them. Okay, this is, I said this before, this is pretty ambitious, but it's been fun so far. I sort of wish I didn't do Space Patrol Steve. He was also rude about stamens and pistils. I forgot to do the little, like, star darkness No, not really. I kind of did it. Yeah, I've kind of done it. I lied. I like drawing animals. I like drawing flowers because most people don't have a detailed understanding about how flowers or like wild animals look or are. So if you make some sort of physiological mistake or anatomy mistake, what's plant anatomy? Oh, it's probably just anatomy. Or plant anatomy mistake. Like, only the people who really know are going to come after you. But, if people are coming after you, what do they know anyway?
Bigger trouble.
Yeah, yeah. If people are mad at you for making a drawing on the internet, that's rough. Like, maybe they need a hug. Not for me. I'm not a hugger. Maybe Space Patrol Steve is a hugger. That's why I drew him. Okay. I think it's coming together. I was pretty unsure about this. Let's be true. I am unsure about this. Even now. But that's what this is about. Sketch a Day May is about sketching every day. It's not about getting anything done. It's about having some fun. I did really want to. Oh man, my brain is not connecting. It's focusing too much on drawing. I like drawing you know, like weird foldy stuff lately. So, as an example, this thing I just drew, that's like the top of the fold. This is like far away, and this is close, and this is far away, and then this is like very far away. Yeah, this goes down. This is like a crease, and then is that easier? And so, like, messing around with the depth and the shape of the edge of like a piece of paper or a cloth, I think it's hard. I have a hard time doing it. Like, when do you have a hard edge and when does that hard edge leave? And there's not a lot of hard and fast rules, and little changes in how you shade or where you draw your hard lines or the shape of the edge of the page or the fabric can really make a big difference in how it feels to the eye. So I really like messing around with that. So this flower is like a really nice um that's probably why I chose it subconsciously. Okay. Oh yeah, this is just a flower, just a petal. So just give it some of that old fashioned. You know what I think of when I think of doing this type of I should think of like curtains. I say should. But yeah, I should think of curtains, right? That's like the classic. That's what they make you draw to learn it. Like drapery. They drape things over still lives and models and, you know, and vases and all sorts of stuff. And then you draw the folds and you try to do velvet and you look at pictures by who did the good light? I don't know, Rembrandt or Degas. No, Degas Degas not. He's not known for his cloth. And like, that's not what I think of. What I think of is like old paper, parchment, and maps, and scrolls, special secret things that have forbidden knowledge. And that's because that's what I like to do. That's what I like to draw. That and like, not flags, but what are these like when you have like a pennants? When you have like a, it's sort of like a flag, it's sort of like a banner, but it comes to a point. Maybe a pennant. Okay, let's get some. This is going to be the one that's most in front. So let's kind of give it some real sharp, dark edges. Then we'll have this one. Yep. Let's check. Oh, these are the one. These are the ones that. Let's have this one here kind of not obey the rules and kind of go over this top one and under that other one. There was two that I had bumping up against each other. I don't see them, but they could be anywhere. I mean, any two could be. Okay. How does this look on the screen? By a lot or just enough to hide to be off of the likes? And I can look. Oh, okay. By a lot. I do not know what shape azalea leaves are. Let's guess. It's just going to be like, yeah. Oh, triangle. Yeah. Something. Let's look. I'll look. I got internet in my pocket. Oh, okay. This is sort of right. It's those like waxy ones that are like this. And then it looks like they are in this sort of three-piece formation. That's enough. How do leaves work? Oh, yeah. Leaves mess me up, man. Because, like, how do you decide how to foreshorten this? And, like, it's so, it messes with my brain. But you just gotta do it. Okay. Yeah, let's get the hard outline on some of these done. We got some leaves in. I think that'll be good. And then we'll call this sketch sketched. If you're here, let me know if you have a favorite drawing medium or a favorite flower, or if you prefer digital or physical drawing. That's always a great conversation. I personally, I don't know what I would do without either one. I am I think maybe 50-50. I couldn't go without. I find them both essential for my drawing process. Okay. Huh. I've lost. I've lost. Game over. You lost the game. Okay, let's just. I have no idea what I had done in here before, so let's just make some logic and choose one of these and call it the front one. Okay. Oh, this is the group where it was just sort of the ruffians. That's great. That's a good spot for it. This is sort of looking at us from behind. There's like a really high-pitched whistle going on in my neighborhood, and it is making it hard to think. I do not know what it is. Maybe a drill. Maybe somebody is calling a very long dog. Long dog, long whistle, right? That's why you have to whistle for dachshunds for such a long time. I'm just going to give it a little texture. I think flowers have a lot of texture. If we did a lot of texture, it would be like doing when you do 1,000 strands of hair, or when you try to draw every brick in a wall. It just doesn't work as good as not doing it. I've lately been doing jobs at either 80% of as best as I can go, or 20% as best as I can go, and saving 100% for things that are actually very much really important. There's not a ton of that. So, gosh, this kind of thing, when you draw the texture on a flower or you draw the bricks in a brick wall on like an illustration, they are definitely 20%. What I was really surprised about is how much better things look and work, and how much better everything functions when you limit yourself to these to below 100%. You don't need to, ooh, yeah, this one looks really good. Not only do you not need to do it, but it can be actively harmful to the project or the people around you or yourself to go all hand, was it? All to go all in on every single hand, so to speak. Like some hands, you're the blind, so you'll just go a little bit. Some hands you'll see the flop, but you'll fold on the river. And some hands you'll go all the way because you're really hoping it'll work, and then you fold. I don't know. This analogy got away from me, but all right. I don't know how this looks. These are the azaleas. This is Sketch a Day May, day 7. Is it day 7? I think so. Maybe I'll do flowers again tomorrow. But I am, yeah, I'm going to go. Let me just do, I'm not going to do, I've been doing a cartoon version of them when I was finished, but I can't do that for today. I don't know what a cartoon version of this would be. Um, yeah, yeah, it would be like, Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, here. Let's see what I can do with this. T. Go. I don't know if that came out good, but thanks for watching. Check me out tomorrow when I do Sketch a Day May number 8. It's my little brother's birthday. Maybe I'll draw his favorite flower. You think he has a favorite flower? Place bets in the chat now. I'm just kidding. Don't bet. All right. Thanks so much, guys. See you tomorrow. Bye.